Good morning, everyone. The population of Louisville is approximately 600,000 people. You might think that that is quite a large number. You might also think then that 543,895 is another large number. Yet according to the Federal Election Commission, in the presidential election of the year 2000, that is how many more votes Democratic candidate Al Gore won than Republican candidate who became president, George Bush. I was shocked and confused by this result, and so I did a little research into the Electoral College. I am here today to persuade you that the Electoral College system is flawed, that it should be replaced by a popular vote system, and explain why this replacement would not create too many problems. My main problem with the Electoral College is that it creates an inequality among the value of your votes. It overrepresents the views of people in rural states. The 1988 presidential election provides a striking example of this. In that election, the 7 least populated states in America held the same voting strength in the Electoral College as the entire state of Florida, 21 votes. The problem was that the 7 rural states had a population of 3 million people, whereas the state of Florida had a population of 9.5 million people. William C. Kimberling, director of the Federal Election Commission, did the math on this in a paper entitled The Electoral College. He worked out that in that election, the average Floridian's vote was worth 1/3 the vote of someone from the 7 rural states. Surely you can all see how unjust this is. The coin flips both ways, though. The Electoral College is the reason why entire states can be designated Democrat or Republican. It was no surprise, for example, that Obama recently won California. But what about the voters there who voted for Romney or an independent? In a state which has a clear preference for one candidate over another, the views of the minority go unrecognized because of the Electoral College. The third issue is that of faithless electors. That is when electors do not vote for the candidate whom the people of their state have chosen. They are not legally obliged to. In their book, The Electoral College Primer, politics professor Lawrence Longley and political journalist Neil Pearce admit that only on 8 occasions since 1824 has this happened. But I say to you, that is 8 times too many. Allowing electors this discretion gives them too much power and dilutes the already weak lifeblood of a US presidential vote. Since 1800, the Electoral College has acted as a form of poison ivy on your democratic process. Many of you may recognize this man, Thomas Jefferson, the great American patriot and president. But Jefferson almost didn't become president because he received the same number of Electoral College votes as his opponent, Aaron Burr, in the 1800 presidential elections. This led to the 12th Amendment, which modified the rules of the Electoral College. But today, in 2013, we must go further than modification. We must replace the system. The solution is a popular vote system. It is so much easier than what you currently have. It means that every vote cast in every state will carry equal weight. I do not believe that your opinion about who should become president should matter any more or less just because of an accident of birth or residence. You may be thinking, why am I talking to you about this? Or worse, who is this foreigner teaching us how to run our election process? The reason I feel so strongly about this is that since 1776, Americans have been regarded the world over as a beacon of democracy and freedom. You have fought to maintain democracy and strove to introduce it to those under tyranny. It saddens me, therefore, that the antiquated millstone of the Electoral College still hangs around the neck of your electoral process. I want to inform you about it and its inherent inequities. You may also be thinking, can the popular vote system work practically? Will it create new problems? The National Popular Vote Interstate Compact is a movement already in existence which answers many of these questions. They propose that the Electoral College will continue to count the votes cast for president, but that the candidate who becomes president would be the one with the most overall votes, not the one who makes it to 270 seats in the Electoral College first. This form of vote is already widely used in your society, so why shouldn't it work for presidential elections? According to their campaign website, the National Popular Vote movement has only passed one committee stage here in Kentucky, whereas in 9 other states it has been elected into law. You can write to your Congress people and vote in favor of adopting a popular vote policy here in Kentucky. You can play your part and become witnesses to the world of a true democratic process. I implore you to spread the word that the Electoral College is a tarnish on the political landscape of a modern America that needs to be removed. So please, campaign hard, and when it comes to it, vote to make your vote count. Thank you.